Ciao friends, it's Liz from SimpleItalianCooking.com. So glad you're here today because I've got a really great recipe. It's a recipe that I've had for a long time and I'm kind of changing it up a little bit for this video. So there's different ways you can make this. This is an eggplant and zucchini pasta dish and it's super easy. And there's different variations that you can do. And I'm gonna talk about that as we progress through the video. But this recipe can be made, I would say, in about 30 minutes. And basically the gist of it is boil the pasta. While the pasta's boiling, prepare everything else. When everything's done, you mix the two together and you've got a wonderful dish. So, sounds pretty easy, right? So the first thing is that you can use regular spaghetti for this dish or you can use tortellini. And I'm doing the tortellini today because I have some on hand and I kind of want to make this into a tortellini dish for you because this tortellini is filled with cheese, and that's going to add a lot of flavor to the eggplant and the zucchini and the pasta sauce that we're going to be using. It takes about 15 minutes to boil tortellini and to cook it through. Make sure to follow the instructions on the box. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started. We're going to go ahead and bring the water up to a boil. So I have the water boiling now, so we're going to go ahead and add the tortellini. The next step that you're going to do while the water is cooking, while the tortellini is cooking, is we're going to heat up a large saucepan. Now, this is a deep dish saucepan. I love it. I recommend that everybody has one because they come in really handy with the deep sides. Because we want that space for the eggplant and the zucchini to really cook and not be all just piled on top of each other. So we're going to cook about 2 to 3 tablespoons of olive oil. You want to use extra virgin, that just has more flavor. So I'm adding the olive oil. And you want to do that over medium heat. So the next thing we're going to do while the olive oil is heating up is cut our zucchini and our eggplant into half moons. Now you would probably wonder, why aren't we adding the garlic quite yet? And the reason is because we want to make sure that that garlic does not burn, and we're not adding extra water or anything in here. We're going to let the juices, the natural juices, water moisture content from the eggplant and the zucchini create that. And then we're going to go ahead and add in the garlic. So I wish I had just shown this to you, but an easy way to cut this eggplant is to cut it in half lengthwise. Then go ahead and cut it lengthwise. Do your half moons, and then slice it again lengthwise on each side so it kind of quarters it so you end up with your pieces like this. Very easy. Easy and quick. Okay, so that did not take long at all. We go ahead and add that into our olive oil and our zucchini, which I had already cut. Have your heat to a medium. We want to get that to really start cooking down. And use a spatula to just kind of mix it. You want it to be coated with that olive oil as much as possible. And we're going to put the lid on and just let it cook. We want to check on it in about 5 minutes and see how it's going. Once it starts releasing those juices, we either go ahead and add in our crushed garlic. We have 3 cloves of garlic here, and we're just going to crush them. You don't have to dice them. You don't have to mince them. You just crush them and then roughly chop them. Okay, so the tortellini is done and our eggplant mixture isn't quite ready yet. So go ahead and drain your tortellini and set it aside. Reserve some of the pasta water just to help prevent it from sticking to itself while we wait. And yes, you can run it under cold water if you want to stop the cooking. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes or so and the zucchini and eggplant mixture is definitely cooking down. If you find that it is not releasing enough liquids and it's kind of sticking on the bottom, add about a 1/4 cup of water, maybe 1/8 cup, a few tablespoons, whatever, just to help get that going and to release that steam. And remember to keep it covered and keep checking it so it doesn't burn. But I've got enough. Mine's cooking down enough and it's got liquid. So I'm going to go ahead and add in the crushed garlic. So I cannot tell you how good it is smelling in here. So the next step is going to be adding the pasta sauce. I'm using about 1.5 cups, and you'll find that with many of my recipes, I give you a baseline. You can adjust as you see fit. I don't want my tortellini in a really heavy sauce. Maybe if I was doing spaghetti, it would be a little bit different. I just don't think it's necessary with the tortellini. So adjust as you see fit. You can use a jar of sauce that you buy at the store, or if you make your own homemade pasta sauce, like we do here, go ahead and use that. And check out my site, simpleitaliancooking.com. You'll find some recipes there for you that are really easy and taste delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and add in the sauce, and then we're going to go ahead and cook it for about another 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes until we think it's all ready. And again, if you want to add more sauce, go ahead and add more sauce. Totally up to you. And it also depends on the quantities that you're doing. So I actually want to bring over what it is so you can kind of see a little bit the sauce. It almost looks like a ratatouille type sauce. Okay, so this is perfect. This is exactly how I wanted this. So I've got the tortellini here that we cooked, added in, mix it in well. And another thing that you can do too here, by the way, if you had the long pasta, if you cooked that or short pasta, it's the same process. Just add it all into the pot. Very, very easy. If you're wondering about any herbs, a very popular Italian herb that is used with eggplant is fresh basil. If you don't have fresh basil, you can try adding dried basil, or you can omit it altogether. It's completely up to you. Not everybody is Italian or grew up with basil, so it might be an herb that you're not familiar with and you just don't particularly care for. This looks delicious, and I can't wait to eat it. Okay, so I just dished myself up. So good. I think I actually could have cut back a little bit on the sauce. This is delicious. I really hope you try it at home. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and let me know how you like the video and how you make your own. Have a great day. Grazie e ciao.